we don't want to make any enemies here, right? But like CrossFit is like a very intense workout, and you have to be very careful when you perform those exercises. Not that it's a bad thing. You do have to do in a certain way. Your coach has to guide you, but as in any other sport, and especially a high intensity as CrossFit, your risks of getting some dysfunction or some back pain, or as you said, you have like your herniated disc, and the symptomatology that you have is going to appear much more, that's for sure. On the other hand, with Pilates, you're able to break down, you have less impact, you're able to work in a much slower pace, and you can always watch your posture.
I heard that Pilates can actually help, depending on the level that you are with herniated disc. It can, what is the opposite of progress? Regress?
Decrease?
Like instead of progressing and making worse, you would actually make it better.
We have to think about this. Like, there's a couple different things when we talk about discs, right? We have herniated disc, we have bulging disc, we have extrusion of the disc. So imagine that your disc is all rings. You have like a very
like
small
silicone rings, right?
Yes, very small one, and you start from the inside to out. You have all rings. So if your external rings start like ripping off, or even from the internal one, you're gonna have like your disc is gonna touch your cord spine. That's where you're gonna start feeling the tingling, the numbness, and that's where the problems start. When you are at this point, you're able to use your core muscles in order to stabilize your posture, and this way you're gonna increase the space in between the vertebra, and this pressure that was there before is gonna be like is gonna reduce a lot, in a way that this bulging disc wouldn't be touching as much as before. However, if you have I wouldn't say like a complete extrusion of the disc, but if you have like a rupture and you have like a posterior anterior touch where you have a lot of pain, and most of the patients that they do have this chronic problem, they cannot even walk because the herniated disc is touching the cord spine. I'm a proof of that. I have 2 herniated discs. So, and I exactly know the feeling what is to have those things, and being able to treat just losing weight, doing your exercises, and making sure that when you do like especially work related stuff, you have to watch your posture. Because especially like me as a physical therapist, I also have to watch my posture, because first I have 2 herniated discs, and third and second, I want to work for the rest of my life with my profession. And as you guys, like the beauty industry, you need your body, you need your hands. This is how you start taking proper care of yourself in order to achieve longevity inside the profession.
Yes.
What about some exercise that has impact, like running, for example? If you have hernia of disc,
is it bad? Running has a lot of impact, right?
I love to run, Masala.
It does have a lot of impact, but if we start like cutting off all the exercises that has impact, you're basically not even gonna walk anymore.
Might do a bicycle, cycling, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a good core strength, if you're working your muscles and you're able to get like everything in place, you're able to perform your running, you're able to do all your activities that you used to do it. But of course, you have to watch very carefully. You have to be able to control all this. Don't overdo it, and control your pace, and try to be a little bit more cautious if you already have any diagnose or any mobility dysfunction, right?
Wow.
What exercise? No, what type of sports you would not recommend for barbers and beauty professionals that could be bad for them because they stand all day? That will make it worse. The ones that are no for them.
It's any exercise is good. That's a very hard question, because every exercise you have your own way of doing it, and of course that is the wrong way of doing it. That is not good or bad. It's just like you're doing it wrong or you're doing correctly.
And what about the good ones? Which ones would say are the best ones for beauty professionals to help them because they stand all day?
Well, we can start with basically going to the gym, working your back muscles, especially the ones the exercises that you open your arms and you're using your back muscles, because you guys tend to stay the entire day with your shoulder internally rotate, doing a lot of pectoralis stretch. That's going to be very helpful. And there is no like strict exercise that I'm going to say, okay, guys, let's do this, this, and that. That's going to be good for you, because it really depends on how you assess. We can do, like I said, a workshop in your barber and just get it going over a couple basic stuff where they can do before, during, and after.